Perhaps you are a well-meaning and courteous individual. You are always trying to help those around you in some way, but do you feel that despite your efforts, you are not being treated with respect? This is the most serious issue that polite and delicate people confront nowadays. Unfortunately, polite and delicate people are not respected in today's world. Some of the activities we conduct, particularly when we intend to be kind to others, can be perceived as a flaw in the dominant global system. I'd like to speak with you about some of the things that we need to be aware of in order to defend ourselves and become more respectable. Over-apologizing, despite good intentions, is one of the first actions that might be viewed as weakness. Maybe you're terrified of hurting people and believe that you shouldn't hurt anyone's feelings. Unfortunately, the outside world does not see things this way. If you apologize 20 to 30 times a day, or even walk around with a banner that says, "I apologize for any inconvenience," then, in a metaphorical sense, you are apologizing a lot. Others will believe you lack confidence in yourself. As a result, I will not trust you. This can lead to a situation in which excessive apology is mocked by some people. Please do not apologize if what you did was not truly wrong or if you did not do anyone damage. Every unneeded apology can erode your credibility and cause you to be viewed as weak. Every day, we face a slew of issues. Many people may question us, and we may need to explain some things. However, the word ratio we choose is so critical that if you have to explain a topic, say, for example, someone on the street approaches you and requests your address. You explained it in 3 to 5 sentences. There is no difficulty here, but if you sit down and describe the topic in 30 to 40 sentences, or even 50 sentences, there will be no problem. There's nothing wrong with this, but when you try to explain a topic in 30 to 40 or 50 phrases, people read it as weakness, ignorance, or inexperience. As I previously stated, an ideal amount of explanation is required in business and school. Making too many explanations, talking too much, and doing so incessantly. The other side will view your explanation as weakness. Why? Because people's mental mechanisms occasionally fail. The individual may not even be aware of it. If you go through this much trouble, if this individual does not believe what they are saying or in themselves, why should I? As a result, we should reduce the number of needless terms in our vocabulary. Is advantageous. I believe the sacrifice I'm referring to is one of the finest values in the world, but makes great sacrifices for the sake of others around them, without discriminating between good and evil, even to those who harm them. Continues to use them and will continue to use them, a problem arises. Do you know how others perceive you? You may be putting up considerable effort in this regard. However, the outsider believes as follows. If he unintentionally reveals it, there is much more to it. So the priceless stones you reveal, perhaps you ripped him out from deep within yourself. He handles it like a stone, having gone through pain to show them. As a result, we must make sacrifices for those who deserve them. If the individual in front of you is nasty, if the individual in front of you is taking advantage of you, making unnecessary sacrifices would cause that person or those people to take advantage of you. Can you not accept praise when someone approaches you with it, when they say something good or commend you? Do you go into too much detail in order to reject or belittle this situation? Unfortunately, this is viewed as cowardice in the actual world. Perhaps you believe you are humble, or that you are doing well. Unfortunately, the real world does not interpret it that way. If someone compliments your dress, hair, and says, "What a beautiful outfit," you instantly leap into explanation, saying you got it from the market for 15 lira or that you had your hair done and they compliment it, and you immediately claim it simply happened that way. You produce a great achievement, a brilliant thesis, and when someone compliments you, you quickly respond, "Oh, it just happened. My teacher recommended it." People will soon believe that if you never accept praise, you do not deserve it. So, if someone compliments you, kindly accept it. Some people do not prefer to accomplish things alone, even when they are simple. They will go to the hospital, the hairdresser, the movies, apply for jobs, and they will always want someone with them. Of course, not wanting to be alone is natural in some instances, but if you are always dependent on others, people will eventually regard you as someone who is not mature enough to do things on their own. One of the most crucial aspects of being viewed as a strong person is the ability to perform tasks on your own without the assistance of others. If you can achieve it, you appear stronger and more reputable. Maybe you're always whining because you want attention, or you're always grumpy, or you're always complaining to people about life's issues. Consider your interactions with others, as well as your chats and dialogues. If the subject of these chats is constantly about you whining, always about your grievances from your spouse, your job, or your financial position, people will get tired of hearing from you after a time. They will grow tired of you and begin to remove themselves from you. I can assure you that you will confide and express your emotions, but if that is all you ever talk about, it is not fair to the person hearing or to yourself. Making someone the center of your life, especially in romantic relationships, is a serious and dangerous position. I see this in certain women and sometimes in men. Someone will come into my life and make it full, and I will be complete because of them. But then someone will enter my life, and everything in my life will be perfect. They will somehow complete me. Unfortunately, this is not a possibility. You are alone with yourself. You are an individual. Of course, the social interactions you form, as well as the loved ones you form, will enhance your spirit. But what happens if you are always dependent on others for your survival? People, as I previously stated, become tired of you, and those who are reliant, those who place others at the center of their lives, are scared of being abandoned. But they irritate that person so much, clutch so tightly, that most of the time they get what they are frightened of. You must also accept your own existence as an individual. Of course, we require the assistance of others. However, other individuals should never be considered indispensable to you. Even if you are an angel, they get annoyed by the sound of your wings. I constantly say, and you may have heard it if you followed me before, no matter how hard you try to please others, a portion of the population, including many people who do wonderful things for you, will criticize you. However, if you are falling under the weight of criticism, continually proving yourself, and explaining yourself, you will not be appreciated. Unfortunately, people no longer respect you. Unfortunately, the more successful you are, the more criticism and bad remarks you will receive. You must sometimes address them with maturity. But if you have a reaction for every criticism, if you try to answer to someone who is not on your path or level, you may wind up degrading the quality of the person to whom you are responding. That is why you must reply to the comments of those who benefit from communication with you, as well as listen to their concerns. However, if you have an answer for every word, you will realize that people do not respect you as much as they used to. As previously said, a person is an individual entity who must sometimes make decisions on their own. But if you constantly seek the approval of those around you in every step you take, every work you undertake, even in the purchase of a shoe or a sock, people begin to lose respect for you because, in their thoughts, something like this is happening. This person cannot achieve anything on their own. So, this person is either not very smart or lacks the ability to handle their own life. You must do things on your own if you do not wish to generate this. Of course, mistakes happen and things don't always go as planned, but that's part of life. It's completely natural. Don't be frightened to go out on your own. It's fine to seek acceptance from time to time, but making it the center of your existence might be dangerous. Have you ever been misinterpreted or viewed as weak by others, despite the fact that you are typically quite well-intentioned in your daily life? Have you ever had this happen to you? You can tell us about it in the comments area. Thank you for your time, and good luck.